Hi everyone, good evening. Hope you are doing extremely well. And so sorry for the disturbance and for all there was some technical issue. That's why we started 8 minutes late. Today we are having the event of branding and marketing for B2B and B2C. And for this event, we have Miss Twinkle Nada ma'am with us. She is a marketing head at Quickwork. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome to Squad Growth. How are you doing?
Thank you so much, Shaurya. It's a privilege to be here and amazing work that you're doing.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, okay, then I can start right now,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, you can.
Okay, great. So you can see the intro that you have on the screen. I'll just give a brief intro about myself, who I am, and how I came in the field of marketing. So I am Twinkle Nanda, and I am heading marketing for Quickwork right now, which is a B2B company. And I am a consultant with Weblytics Marketing, which is a digital marketing agency again. So we are having a couple of B2C brands that I handle personally. So with my experience of about 6 years in B2B and B2C and working with about 15 plus brands across Indian European market, I feel right like marketing is my cup of tea, and it has always been, like from my college days, I had always this interest in advertising that we used to do. I went abroad for my master's. Particularly, everybody wanted me to take finance. I was good in number crunching, but maybe it was never my cup of tea. I could never really get it. And this is something like branding is something that I always thought is in my blood, and I wanted to pursue that. And that's how I'm in this field of marketing. So marketing for B2B and B2C, which is today's topic. So just wanted to give a brief. Everybody knows what marketing is, and I don't think there is a single person who wouldn't know what marketing is. Basically advertising your products in such a way or in a best possible way that the customer or the other business wants to buy it. Now, coming to advertising, what we want to do post pandemic, we all know that digital marketing has been of paramount importance. Nobody, I don't know any brand that has now not being invested in marketing. Post pandemic, people have realized that it's not just sales. Obviously marketing works with sales directly, not just sales or not just a word of mouth that will get them to the target they want to achieve, but this certain level of awareness or a brand loyalty that has to get achieved for a particular brand. So now starting off and giving you an intro, what B2B and B2C. Before that, I want to take you through a brief agenda that I've kept in mind. And also you can ask questions in the end. That would be great. So the agenda would cover an introduction. That will be digital marketing in types. So here types would be B2B and B2C both. Then I'll give a brief intro about B2B and B2C. How does it work? What are the strategies that we have to keep in mind? What kind of factors play an important role in B2B and B2C? And we'll conclude with a case study so that it is easier for you, to understand what companies have really performed and what are the trigger factors that worked well. Okay. So coming to the introduction, like I've already said, what marketing is. So marketing is how you want to promote your services out there in the market, but digitally, online. So now marketing is not like a very small word. Like I know people still this age, my age, or maybe older to me still feel that digital marketing is just social media marketing, which is absolutely not correct. Social media would be a tiny part of the digital marketing that this whole field is. It will be paid marketing, it will be content marketing, it will be influencer marketing, it will be community marketing, it will be social media marketing, it will be again different kinds of paid marketing, but not just this, not just social media marketing. So coming to the difference of what B2B and B2C is. And I know I'm not boring you guys, okay? So I will just give you a brief like what B2B and B2C is. I know we all know B2B stands for business to business, B2C stands for business to consumer, but how does it really play an important role? And what are the examples? Or how would you know that it is a B2B company or a B2C company? So basically, any kind of marketing where you are involving or you are having a maybe nurturing that kind of a business where you want to sell it to another business, that would be a B2B. For example, I'll give you a TCS or any manufacturing company or Wipro or Accenture. These are IT consulting companies, and they don't directly sell it to a customer or you. Or for example, Shaurya, they don't come to TCS, won't come to Shaurya. Okay, take a service, right? They'll come to an enterprise. They have their own set of decisions that they have to make, and then they'll market to an enterprise and an organization. Whereas B2C, we all know, very, very simple, we all see this marketing by L'Oreal or by Lakme. be it Myntra, now the big billion sale is here for Flipkart. Who are they marketing to? They're marketing to us, right? So that would be a simple B2C example where they'll market directly to a customer, who their prospect is. So that will be a B2B B2C basic difference. And now coming to the points that we have to keep in mind before drafting a B2B marketing strategy. So now coming from a B2B perspective right now, I'm working with a brand called QuickWork. They're into automations and integrations. It's a very, I won't bore you with technical jargon, but let me explain you simply. If you want to connect two apps, so two apps could be anything. It could be a Facebook to a WhatsApp. It could be an Instagram to WhatsApp. It could be a MailChimp, if you know the email marketing tool. That to a Gmail, all the leads that are coming to Gmail. So how will that happen? That is integration. We're integrating two apps together. So QuickWork helps you do that. But I'm not selling or pitching QuickWork here in any way. I'm just going to explain you that how B2B's target audience will be different from or maybe a Nika's target audience, So basically for me, our TG would be basically enterprises or a developer community, the ones who are in technology. They want to make lives easier in the company of other people. They don't want to do this. They'll take our service and they directly would just pay us as a service and take it, right? To make their lives easier. Now, how do I find this kind of TG? Where will I advertise? Now, that's a basic question for anyone, right? Like, where should I advertise for a B2B product? Now, LinkedIn, everybody would know LinkedIn is the number one professional network right now. I go on LinkedIn, I see all the thought leaders putting out their pitching their product or service. Then Twitter, then we have Twitter trending, the Google ads that we see, all the ads that I'm seeing, the intent-based ads, the search marketing ads. Email marketing. Now, email marketing would be a basic, I would say, newsletter or just a cold email. So these are a few ways how we can reach out to our stakeholders. Stakeholders here would not be a normal, employee of a company, just one person. No, this would be a CXOs or the managers or the partners of the company or the directors of the company. Then another thing which is very, very effective in B2B, which is not that effective, I would say, in a B2C, would be community marketing. Now, what community marketing is, like having a set of people who use that particular service or use that particular product, and these people are present in communities like Quora, Reddit, Medium. I don't know if you know about this, but these are the most popular communities right away. Another thing that we feel that advertising, which is not that, common in B2C, would be reviews. How do we gather reviews for a B2B? Because B2B is not like a one-day decision that we have to make. Okay, buying a software, or the whole company or the whole company stakeholders are involved in making a decision of particular B2B. So basically, not many people are involved in this kind of a cycle than in a B2C cycle. Now, coming to B2C, and I'll take another example because I don't want to bore you with just your points, So B2C, let's take an example of a Netflix or a Nika, who are our TG? TG would be normal individual consumers, people like me, for example, for Nika. So if we go and read the stats for Nika, 70-75% TG is women and 25% is men. The reason is that they sell cosmetics, they sell fashion. Majorly, the major chunk who are interested in all this would be women. I'm not denying the fact that men are not interested, but that's kind of their model that they have kept. And we all know that how well they're doing with their IPOs and the share price rising. So obviously they're doing something correct, The advertising mediums. Now you guys tell me, will Nika be successful if they advertise on LinkedIn? I'm not too sure myself. So obviously not, because Instagram, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, native ads, SEO, influencer marketing, this will be their go-to strategy. Like, I want to buy something, I want to buy any product from Nika. I see an ad pop up on Instagram that makes me recall, okay, yeah, I had to buy this, right? Or like when I'm buying a particular lipstick or whatever I want to buy, the SEO game is very, very strong. They are doing their on-page SEO. So SEO here wouldn't just mean, I wouldn't say that it will only mean keyword search or keyword analysis. It will here also mean like kinds of backlinking we are doing. So backlinking is basically part of off-page SEO. So backlinking would be if they're writing or if they're posting a blog to a third party with their keywords and all, and they put out a link of Nika. So that would count as one backlink. So that increases the domain authority of any website. So that's how they are doing. Influencer marketing, if I want to brief you about influencer marketing, so B2C marketing has completely evolved, these days. Why? Because every decision we make, we see influencers on Instagram, we see influencers on LinkedIn, we see influencers on YouTube. So I don't know if you guys are followers of travel, fashion, food. So I would want to go to such places where influencers are already telling very good place or reviews are bad. I would definitely take it seriously when somebody tells me reviews are bad. Then why would I want to go and even experiment that myself? So influencer marketing has played a very, very important role. Now in influencers, I think you guys would be knowing about, I know this generation, micro, macro, nano influencers. So that, that would vary. Like a brand would want to keep a macro influencer with maybe more than 1 lakh followers rather than keeping a micro influencers. Now micro is more than 10,000, but less than 1 lakh. And nano are very small influencers who have just started out, but they are able to influence their community. So less than a 10,000. So it all depends on a brand's budget and what we can pitch it to them. Like for example, for Nika, Myntra, marketing works very well. For a brand like a TCS, influencer marketing won't work at all. Rather gated content or white paper or email marketing would work wonders for them. Now, if we compare a purchase cycle, so now you guys tell me that buying a car is not a one-day decision, right? But buying a dress, buying a shoe, buying a camera could be a one-day decision. It could be impulse buy. So purchase cycle would definitely vary from product to product, and obviously pricing would really matter here. So that is a major difference how B2B, B2C decisions are made. But in B2C, only one person is involved, that is us, or maybe we want to just take an opinion from our friends or a family, but not like 10 people are sitting in like a group discussion, what to buy, is it good for us? Not like that kind of a decision that we have to go through. Coming to this marketing funnel. So let me brief you what a marketing funnel stands to be. So basically it is a series of steps that guide you to a final purchase decision, So tofu here is not that eatable tofu, by the way. It's top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel. For any particular company, be it a B2B or a B2C, if we don't know that company exists, if we know nothing about it, how will we ever buy that kind of product? So awareness here would differ, for a B2B, awareness could be a blog article, a video. Like a video is the best way for a B2B company to come up with like giving people that awareness of their brand. Whereas I would say social media marketing for a B2C company would do wonders for awareness. Like I won't know a brand, but I see on Instagram different kinds of purses, different kinds of, chappals, different kind of jutti brands, many, many other brands, and how am I discovering them? Only through Instagram social media marketing. Maybe they're running an ad, or Reel is doing wonders for everyone right now. So that is top of funnel. Interest basically would be like if we are putting up a question or we're just doing a live chat. You go on a website, sometimes even with your banking app, any, maybe for example, my Kotak Bank. I'll just show an interest in the live chat. Please give me a call back. They would know that this person is interested in some service of theirs, right? So there is a difference between top of the funnel. Now coming to middle of the funnel. Middle of the funnel happens when we show certain desire after showing our interest. That, okay, we are interested in a free trial. For example, in a B2C, we see all these products, they want to send a free trial. We give our name, numbers, we subscribe to it. So what are we actually doing? We are giving them their middle of the funnel. We're giving them a lead, that desire, okay, these guys are interested. Maybe after trial, they'll go and buy it. And in B2B, showing interest, for example, booking a demo. I don't know, have you ever checked out these marketing automation sites like Marketo or various others, So they don't just show you the demo. They ask you to book it, schedule a demo, put out your details. So that is a simple way of getting our details and maybe then giving out that emailer so that we are interested and we finally buy that. So that is how middle of the funnel works. That comes up to the bottom of the funnel. So bottom of the funnel would stand for direct conversions, Conversions would mean anything for any company. It could mean a lead, it could mean a phone call, it could mean subscribing to a newsletter, it could even mean that we are subscribing to a blog. So that would obviously differ. For example, an influencer is having a website, for them, conversion is not that we are buying something from them. It would be we are subscribing to a newsletter. For Myntra, conversion would be buying a particular product. For a TCS, a conversion could be we have just booked a demo and we booked a call and we're in the final stages of thinking then whether to buy it or not. That could be a conversion for them. And because B2B sales cycles are pretty long, so that is why it would take a bit longer than a normal B2C company to sell after marketing their product. Coming to next, B2B and B2C examples, and here's the most interesting part, So B2B examples, if you guys know about Wiki, Loginext, these are all IT companies, Salesforce is very, very popular. HubSpot is another popular B2B company. Then in B2C, we can say Nike, we can say Reebok, all your favorite shoes brands. Netflix comes in B2C, Byju's come in B2C. So now there's a question, what do you think Amazon would be, like a B2B or a B2C? So to answer it, it would be kind of both, B2B and B2C both, because many businesses out there, they are wanting to be part of that marketplace. So they're catering to all the companies out there, right? So it will be a B2B. But we are also directly buying from Amazon, and Amazon is doing ads for us, when we go and type a black shoe or black Reebok shoe or like a Nike shoe, right? Amazon, Myntra, they all, they are running their SEM, SEO search engines, very, very high ranking ads and then SEO to be ranking on the top. So they are actually catering to both sets of customers. So that will be in a simple example of a B2B and a B2C. For Byju's, I don't know if some people agree or not, but it is a straight example of B2C. Unless and until Byju's is selling their courses to a company who are using it for their professional training and development, it will be a B2C. If they are doing it or selling it for their professional training and development, it would be a B2B. I will just show a certain trends here of Wiki, cybersecurity company. Simple and a very good example of a B2B marketing looks like. So what they have done, they're getting a lot of traction on LinkedIn. That's the number one, platform for them to cater. With the content that they have, like articles, case studies, videos, that's the best way that they can gather interest of different people who want to come and buy a service from Wiki. Coming to their social media, for example, they have about 5,000 followers, which is pretty decent for a B2B brand to have, and they're active on LinkedIn. And with digital PR that they have been featuring in, for example, Digital Times of India, or they've been featuring in Business Times and all, what happens? This increases the credibility of the particular company. Now, digital PR would not effectively work in a B2C brand. Like, I don't want to see, okay, if a Nike, Myntra, or maybe Nike is getting featured in some, news, I'm okay with it, right? But with B2B, the stakeholders who are all, technically advanced people, who are very learned people, they want to know what kind of business relationships they're getting into with a particular business, right? So that's about the Wiki. Coming to Loginext again. So Loginext, what they have done differently will be digital PR again, which I think will be a thumb rule for everybody to maybe make a point that digital PR has now become a key trend other than content marketing. So content marketing for both B2B and B2C has been very, very essential. And I think nobody will ever replace content with any other things. You go on YouTube and you see a particular video, you like it or not. It all depends on the content they are, having or giving, the kind of press releases you check, the kind of white papers you have. It all depends. Abhi on Myntra, if you want to go and buy something, but you don't, the images are okay, the content, the way they have written what this product is, I don't want to go and buy if they're not clear about what they're selling, right? Or a very simple, like a chocolate brand, like a Procter and Gamble, like for example, Lakme or a L'Oreal. I would want to see what they're pitching, what they're doing on Instagram, what they're doing on Facebook. And only then I'll have that certain level of interest to buy that particular product. Next, we'll come to SEO. And I was just giving a brief to you guys about SEO, on page and off page both. So on page, like I said, on page would definitely limit to normal keyword search, meta tags, descriptions, all of these things are being automated. Off page would be different kinds of backlinking, social bookmarking, where I just said how you can increase your domain authority. If you ask me what is more important, I would say both, because SEO game has to be strong for you to be in top Google search results. I know it will be like, okay, we know about all this, but no, there's certain things that you cannot get your SEO like in a 1 month, or if somebody promises you that is a fake promise. They come and tell you your GA is just 15, we'll do it 14 like 1 month. They cannot do it unless they're just buying backlinks or they're just doing other fraudulent practices. It is literally like a SIP that you make. You make your SIP, you give monthly 5K, for example, but you don't break it after 3 months, right? You don't want that 15K, you want that money in multiplying, right? So that's how SEO works. And the basic difference of SEO and SEM would be SEO would give your results long term, whereas SEM would give you results at that time. And now if brand doesn't have time, they want to buy, they want to have to sales targets are very high and they want to sell their products and they don't have time to do SEO. They'll still do SEO, but they won't get results. They won't be ranking on Google, but rather they'll do their paid advertising. They'll do native, display, whatever they want, YouTube, to get the results. And at the same time, they'll work on SEO. That's how every brand works. It's not that they're only doing ads, and only doing SEO. That doesn't work. If you have a budget of, for example, just giving you a number, 10,000 rupees, per month, and you are investing like a 7K in ads, the 3K where we're talking about, SEO is free, don't have to pay anything. Unless and until you have to do guest posting, guest posting on certain highly credible websites where you have to pay. So maybe that kind of budget you can involve there, where your domain authority can improve, backlinks will improve. Ultimately, your website visibility will improve. So that is how Loginext has been performing very well. Just letting you know, it's an Indian company successfully doing a very good social media marketing as well as their digital PR. Coming to like one of my favorite brand, Nika, with the B2C marketing game very, very strong. The kind of mix they have like an omni-channel presence. And like unlike a B2B company, obviously they are a B2C company. So what they focus on, just not content, they are present everywhere. I want to show you. For example, they have different kinds of videos coming up. I'm sorry if there are more men here, then I can give you another example as well. But this is a marketing strategy I think everybody would be knowing, since Falguni Nair, if you all know, she was in news 3 days back and she has surpassed Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw Bicon. So obviously she's doing something correct, to be at this age, what she started and what she is doing now. So that's why it's an inspiration for everybody, at this age when she started, and the kind of marketing she's been doing, the influencer marketing that she's been tying up with Katrina Kaif. I think she has certain brands there on Nika. Then the kind of community marketing these guys are doing, the kind of social media ads they're running. Now I'll show you this very simple example. If just buy MAC lipstick online, there's a SEM, they're doing a very good ad strong. This is the top search results, okay, of Nika, which they are running ad. And now when you run ads, it's not that simple. You have to bid on a particular keyword. You have to check the competition of that particular keyword. Like for example, how many people are actually running ads on this kind of keyword. Then you have to bid a certain amount, and only then your ad gets live and active. Whereas for SEO, buy MAC lipstick online. This is what they're writing, and this is what discounts on MAC lipstick, buy MAC. These are all their meta descriptions and tags. That's how it comes. So which they're doing pretty good. SEO I've just covered. The website, through marketing through the website, basically what they're doing, they're doing the retargeting and remarketing campaigns. Now I know what, I'll give you a brief. You go on a particular website, any Reebok, Nike, whatever is your favorite brand. You go there and then you go to Amazon, or you go to Myntra, or you go to a Flipkart, or you go to any educational website, okay? Then you see there's certain cookies you accept and then they keep following you. So that is kind of a remarketing or a retargeting campaign. And it works best for a B2C brand. It would work well for a B2B, but you consider yourself, you want to buy a software or a service. Now, if you keep on seeing that particular ad, you don't want to buy them, right? You don't want to buy that. Okay, why I'm seeing it, I have to make a decision. I have to do a cost benefit analysis. I have to check if it's correct or not. Is it good, useful for my company? I have to talk to my manager. There's various things that you would have to, keep in mind before making that decision. Here, the impulse buys comes in or kicks in. So I want to buy something and I'll just keep seeing this ad. Okay, they know I want to buy and I'll just go and buy. Sometimes I get irritated why I'm seeing this ad continuously. But obviously that's how algorithm works. So remarketing and retargeting, without this, your ad strategy is not complete. So when you are setting aside a budget of a paid ad, like for example, we just gave an example of 7K, in this 7K, we'll be focusing on certain amount of budget, like for example, the ones who have shown interest in your product but have not bought it, and the other would be the people who we want to give awareness, like a brand awareness campaign. The other could be a remarketing campaign, like the ones they have shown interest but they've not bought. So we'll show it to them and we'll get results from there. So that's how it will work. Coming to summarize, basically after post pandemic, like I've just mentioned, I think marketing is something that people have realized that they cannot do without it. Now, digital marketing, still many people, claim that we are a digital marketer. Okay, we know SEO. Okay, we know just ads, but it's not that I would say, okay, I'm 100%. I know everything about digital marketing, because there's certain things that change every day. Like there is an everyday new algorithm that Facebook gives you when you're running an ad, or maybe a Google ad. Now GA4 has come, Google Analytics. Now there's certain trends that keeps on changing. But what we have realized is that a customer who we want to market, we don't have to market, okay, what our competitors are doing. We have to give out the best of basically what their experience was and how we can deliver the best. And now a customer doesn't want, that, okay, we know what we want to buy, we'll go and buy. They rather want the companies to come to them and give them what exactly they desire for. So such, after automation, AI, everything that we have just spoken about has come into picture, that everybody, like a customer, myself, I would want, okay, they should know what I need, right? They have so many tools that they can monitor my kind of interest that I have. So why can't they just give me what I want? So that kind of marketing, we have reached to such a level post pandemic that we want our customer experiences to improve rather than just buying a product or service. Thank you, guys, but I'm happy to answer any of your questions if you have.
Yes, ma'am, we have a couple of questions.
Okay, great. I'll come to the chat now. Yeah.
Yep. So the first question we have is, how can we make something go viral?
Sure. So that now depends, like what kind of brand. Now, here question is, what kind of brand are you talking about, B2B or B2C? Now, that will be a difference here.
Yeah, but
anything. Okay. So there is also called viral marketing hacks, Sometimes, I don't know if you have seen Dunzo, and if you have seen IKEA advertisements, if you want to ever check out their marketing campaigns. Sometimes they deliberately make a mistake. Have you seen this Misho's campaign, what Saurav Ganguly did a blunder? I don't know. Just go and check after this. What he did, he just was given this by his team, to put it on Twitter, that he just copy pasted social post. And in the end, he wrote that brand name has to be in capital. Everything was written the same way. So either it could be a mishap that went wrong, or either it could be a marketing strategy by Misho and it got viral. So, there's certain small things that could be done. Sometimes it has to be off the beat. Now, if you talk about IKEA's campaign in Dubai went viral. What they did? They said, you don't have to pay in IKEA store in Dubai. We will take the time it takes you from home to IKEA store, and that amount of products, for example, 1 hour, 60 minutes, that currency, 60 Dubai currency, that kind of products would be free for them. So these are kind of viral marketing hacks. It depends on what you want to do.
Got it.
Yeah.
Another question we have is, what's the difference between a marketing strategy and a marketing tactics?
Sure. So marketing tactics is what should we do and what should we correctly, implement a tactic. Like, for example, I have these certain tactics that I have my company ethics to follow, right? A strategy would be what I want from my end goal, and then I create a strategy. A very simple example I'll give. My company, or maybe I am responsible to give leads to my company, okay? Giving you a very small example. Now, what my strategy would not be just be doing awareness on different kinds of platforms. My strategy here would be, how can I get leads? Okay, do I have to run an ad? Do I have to be active on YouTube? Okay, these two channels, I'll put my money in these two channels, I'll get leads. So that will be my strategy. A tactic would be, I need to be present everywhere. That will be a tactic. That, okay, I need to be present everywhere. That's a marketing tactic for me.
Got it. The last question we have is,
Sure.
what's the difference between a marketing campaign and an advertising campaign?
Sure. So I would say, and not much difference. So marketing campaigns would encompass, an advertising campaign, ad campaign, I would say. So marketing campaign could mean an offline campaign and an online campaign, both, it could be both kind of campaigns. So there's not a major difference, I would say. But if you understand what campaign is, so campaign could be an offline, which could be a radio campaign or TV campaign, or TV ad, and an online campaign where we have a Google ad set. We run an ad under marketing campaign. And that particular campaign, for example, Shaurya, I'm giving you a very simple example. For Scott Growth, right? I pronounced the name right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Scott Growth. If you want to run, like for example, you want more people to join this, right? So what your marketing campaign could be, like a traffic engagement campaign, like we want more people. That would be the name. And how we do this, these have different umbrellas under it. You would want to be active, you want to do a podcast, you want to do a YouTube video, you want to do different kind of ads, people should know it, right? You are giving such informative lectures to different kind of audience who you're addressing to. So that would be a marketing campaign. It's not a major difference between both, to be very honest. It's just name is different.
Got it. So yes, right now we don't have any other question, ma'am. Thank you very much for providing huge knowledge to our community. In fact, I learned a lot from this session, and marketing.
That's great.
Marketing such a huge thing that every brand need to do it accurately to perform well in the market.
Yeah, definitely. And I would say bye to everyone and thanks for being there.
Thank you,
Such
ma'am.
a great privilege. Welcome. Thank you so much.